Hey everyone, so today we're going to look at this boat I'm doing. I'm recarpeting it. As you see, I've ripped out all the old carpet. I've sanded it down. I took a wire wheel to get all the old glue off, and now I'm going to be uh, getting some rubbing alcohol just to clean the surface, to make it to where it's really clean, to where this new glue can stick, to where there's no complications with the new carpet sticking down. I'm just giving it a good rub down before I lay the new carpet. I've already cut out the carpet here in the floor. Now I'm just putting it in place. I'm just checking to see that it's going to fit well before I start to glue it, and I'm going to make sure it's fitted well. There is some areas that I did have to touch up here in the corners, so I'll go ahead and get my knife out or my scissors and cut out whatever area I need to get cut. Then I'm going to start in the back. The back of the boat's a great area to start for your carpet. And you can just move along forward with it. I'm gonna use this contact cement as my glue. With this contact cement, you want to glue the boat and the carpet. And then once you glue both sides, you're gonna let that sit and let it tack up some. Once it's tacked up, you can kind of feel it when you put your fingertips to it, and then you can lay it down. So I've let it sit here. I've got both parts glued, and then I'm going to start spreading it out here and laying this new carpet down. My wife has kindly helped me here get this laid down. You just want to work it slowly, section by section. As you see, I'm taking my hand and rubbing the carpet down, making a smooth transition, getting all the wrinkles out, and then it's just going to lay flat and stick. And this stuff works really well. This is 20-ounce carpet that I bought online. It's very good quality stuff. I've used it for years, and I would highly recommend it for any boat. This is a stick steer boat. You can put it in all your fishing boats. I've done it on a lot. But here again, we're working on a second section here. I'm probably doing 2 to 3 foot at a time. You can do as much as you want, but for the start, I would suggest doing 2 to 3 foot at a time just to get your starting point, and then you can move along and do bigger sections. And here later on in the video, I will do a bigger section. As a whole, it was probably 5 to 8 foot in that one section alone. So we're going to make sure we get both parts glued well, get enough on there. You just want an even layer on both sides. You don't have to put a whole lot of glue on the carpet and boat, but you just want enough to where they both adhere to one another. Here again, my wife has helped me. I'm holding the carpet up as she spreads it out, and I'm also using my feet to do the same. It's working really well here. And here just behind us, you can't see it right now, but there is a seat base that goes here for the back seat. And you do want to make sure, if you have existing seat bases, you'll have the holes in the aluminum or in the boat that you're doing. You want to make sure that you find those and punch those holes as you go, or else it's going to be really hard to find those existing holes. You'll be poking around for a while trying to find those. But I'll show you on the front seat base here later on in the video of how I did that, and it helps keep you out of trouble once you find those. I let my wife do this middle section here. She went a little heavy on the glue, but that's okay. That just means it'll be no problem down the road. It'll definitely stick. Hers will probably stick longer than mine will. And speaking of that, this stuff, I've done a boat, and it's lasted 8+ years, probably 10 or 12 years actually. This stuff works really well. It's good carpet and good glue. So I had to do this one by myself. Sometimes you got to get creative and just get under there and let it ride on top of you. But you do the best you can, and it'll work out though. Just make sure you get all the wrinkles out. That's the biggest thing. You don't want any imperfections in it. You want it flat and smooth, so it looks real nice. And as you see there in the back of the boat, I've got a couple poles draped across the boat. That just helps keep the carpet up, especially when I'm gluing. It just keeps it up to where I can actually glue it, so it's not just laying in the floor. And see there, I'm adjusting them there. It just helps out a lot. So if you can find something, I got like a rake and a pole saw, you know, just draped across. So whatever you got, it helps where you can glue it. So I'm just going to get it draped across there, get it even, get all the wrinkles out where I can run that brush across there. And here is going to be that long transition. It's, like I said, it's probably 5+ feet, maybe 7 feet. So this is going to be a big lay here, and it makes it go a lot quicker if you can do those. It really helps if you got 2 to 3 people to help you. On this one, I did not. I just had to do it by myself. I've done it before, so it wasn't a huge deal, but it is a little tricky by yourself. So 2 to 3 people is recommended if you've got help. I ended up having to do this the next day. Ran out of time on the previous day, but I got the carpet glued, and I'm going to glue the boat side. I'm about to run out of glue in my can, but I think I make it stretch here. So you just want to, like I said, make sure you get a good even coat on both sides. And typically, I said you have to let it sit a while. It depends on the temperature, wherever you're at, whether you're outside. But typically, a good 10 minutes is what it takes to tack up good for it to stick well. And also, speaking of this, if you use this contact cement, and you can get this at your hardware store locally, you do want to use a well-ventilated area. You don't want to be in a closed-in area because this stuff is very strong smelling. So in this video you can't see it. I do have multiple fans running to ventilate my little carport here. So, and again, like I said, sometimes you got to get creative with the way you lay the carpet. You see, I'm just underneath there. I'm pushing it along, going side to side, make sure all my wrinkles is out. Making sure my edges are going to the walls there on each side, because you don't want to be short in any area. So you can adjust your carpet as needed. And if it overlaps any, you can always come back and trim. I do have to do some trimming, and here is where I put the seat base in. I've got my pick, I found my hole, and I stuck it in. So I found the first one, and that's all I need. So I found the most forward hole and put my pick in there, and I'm just going to leave it there until I get to that point where I put my seat base in. And you can see in the back there where I've already placed the one in the back. So I'm spreading out. I've almost got this completely laid down. Here I'm just making sure all my wrinkles is out, don't have any bubbles or anything. Making sure my edges are laid down and stuck down good. Here, like I said, you got to trim some if you overlap. That's no biggie. You just don't want to be short. So this worked out really well. Had to do just a little bit of trimming. So I walled my hole out there with my pick, and then set my base there. Found my hole, and I'm gonna put a screw in. And see, and then from there, I'll take my pick around the seat base and find the other holes, and then put my screws in, and that's it. So it's pretty simple here. And here's the finished product of the floor. I'll do other videos later for the rest of the boat. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped.